And welcome back. Been a few days. Took a couple of days off, saw a couple concerts, did some errands. All that's now completed, so let's play Balatro. Where to begin? Of course, we have our one win so far on the blue deck. Could go back to the red and see if we can. It's a good place to start. Start with the base deck and see if we can get another win. So 4 hands, 4 discards on the red deck. Been a few days. Probably the longest stretch I have gone without playing this game since it was released. So we'll see if I've still got it or not got it. Well, let's discard a whole bunch of things here and reset the hand a little. I'm kind of curious, to be honest. I'm kind of curious to see what a few days off from the game will actually do to my playing of the game. 2 pair here. Don't really think we should have too much trouble getting through the first blind. That would have been embarrassing. You might never have seen that if I had done that. Might have been time to just pretend that didn't happen. We don't have enough cash for the voucher I want, and I don't really feel like leveling up the pair, so we'll just go on. Could skip the blind, take the 2 tarot cards. Let's just do that. If we're going to struggle this early, might be better to just start over anyway. We'll enhance a couple of cards, maybe. And we still have 1 more. We could clubs, we could spades, we could destroy 2 cards. Instead, let's make a glass. We'll make something low with glass in case it gets destroyed. I wouldn't miss it as much. So now, 4 hands to make 600. And with a smaller hand size to boot. We get essentially nothing. And we still have essentially nothing. That's an inauspicious start. Still an inauspicious start. Gonna have to throw something away here. Not off to a flying start here. This could be a very short game. Could be a very, very short game. Really feeling the -1 hand size here. See if the flush helps. Now here, the option, the flush or the 3 of a kind. Flush will be a little better. We still have a pair to work with for the final hand. Gives us a chance, I guess. Got 2 pair, but it would not be enough. Try to draw the full house, I guess. And did. Will it be enough? Goodness, I hope so. Yeah. There we go. Slow start. I'd love to say it's because I'm out of practice. I don't know if that's really the problem. I think it may just be me today. We'll level the flush. Should have probably leveled the straight instead, but take another celestial pack here. We're going to end up leveling the flush again. But hey, made it through the first ante. That's something. Still don't have a joker active. I'm not likely to discard kings. I think I'd rather just have keep the $4. Don't have a joker slot though, so I don't really want to skip the blind. would definitely like to see flushes here. That's for sure. Good start. Took a discard to get it, but it's a darn fine start, and that takes care of that. You know, you get that, and then you think, well, gosh, I wish I had skipped the blind now. We're going to take this just to get a joker going. We'll take another joker here of some kind. This kind of hedges your bets. Here you're getting the benefit of playing every card. Here you're getting the mult for three of a kind. Might take that instead. Don't have enough to get anything else. And the big blind here does not love us at all. We'll take the straight. And right off the bat, that joker will pay some dividend at least. Makes you feel like you probably got the hand one. Probably play the 2 pair out here. And just throw another card away with it. I mean, it did have some benefit because of the splash joker. Not a whole lot here. Of course, now you see that and you wish you had... Well, we'll toss all of this. Might be enough to push us over because every card scored. But no. That, however, will take care of that. Not the most profitable hand ever. Made that a little harder than it needed to be. Could level through a kind, but... let's take a pack, see if we can make some hands worthwhile. Again here, though. Really getting committed to flushes if I don't take a different joker. I feel like I need some options. Well, because now we have only one hand type we can play in this one. And 4 discards. You've got a pair. 2 pairs are going to average out, what, about 180? Would not be enough, so don't really want to go that route. Let's toss. Well, we've got the straight. We get a 100 card bonus, a 100 chip bonus for it, thanks to Devious Joker. Probably the way to go. Now we just need to play into some straights. We toss an 8. Then a 4 would get us there. Might toss the ace as well, because the 4 is going to straight either way. Did not get it. Remember, only straights will score. Oops. Well, probably better to play the bigger. Play the larger, get more chips, and then we'll get 100 bonus on top before. And now we need one more straight. Toss everything and play to the straight. Be out of discards and have 2 chances, and won't need the extra chance. Not pretty, but it worked out. And, you know, in hindsight now, aren't I glad I took the devious joker? Because that was 400 extra per hand when it multiplied. Might take this just to get the discovery. +1 hand size. Not a bad thing. Could get 2 more jokers here. Let's go for it. Be aggressive. No guts, no glory, right? Nice multi here. We get a +1 hand size. Every played card counts. The straights help. Now we get 1 more. We'll take the other mult. Not looking forward to having clubs debuffed, so we'll see what we can do here. Take the 2 pair maybe. Yeah, let's take the 2 pair and yeah. We'll just go that way, leave our options open. A good enough start. We'll take the flush here. Clubs are gonna molt. That's nice. That took care of business. And then having clubs debuffed is not going to be good here. But now it's spades that will debuff. It's not necessarily anything I love more, though the flush straight dynamic. Played 4 flushes and 5 straights. Let's take a couple tarot cards. Haven't done too much with that yet. We'll take the planets. I like my planet cards. I'm a fan. Maybe not so much of having to gamble on a straight flush, but 1 wild. The deck is still perfectly balanced. The wild. Yeah, we'll go that way. Make that a wild. Can't do much else here. The clubs being debuffed makes this a lot tougher than it would have been otherwise. I'm going to discard those and try to get the flush. And we do. We get a little bump from the face cards here. Face cards are a 4, and then the holographic aspect is 4 more. Take another flush. Moving a little slow today. The coffee hasn't kicked in yet. Do not have a flush this time. Sitting on 2 pair, half of which wouldn't score. But might be worth taking it in order to clear out some cards. Oh, couldn't have cut it too much closer. We need 66 chips. There's a possible straight there. Possible flush. I mean, you got to score something, right? It's one of those cases where, okay, two pair would be more than enough. And got plenty of discards to work with. Got a couple of ways out of this. And that's as good a one as any. Remember, if you haven't watched too much Balatro, there's no real benefit to exceeding the round score. You just got to make the targets. You don't get anything extra. Make it by 1, make it by 10,000. It's the same payoff, same benefit to you in the end. Do we level the two pair? Yeah, why not? Adding a voucher, but I think if I'm going to skip, I'd rather skip on the next one. Face cards getting debuffed will hurt. It will not prevent the +10 molt from firing, however. So at least we'll get something. Got another flush draw. Leaves the hand a little vacant next time around. Oh, I forgot to check. Ancient Joker was on diamonds, so that took care of that. Not loving the Vampire Joker. Just, I don't know if I have ever played the Vampire Joker. You would gain a times molt. Might be willing here to let go of this. Take the vampire. So the vampire, which I've mentioned in a previous episode, a lot of people just love that vampire. I don't think I have ever played it. So it gains 0.2 molt times 0.2 molt for every enhanced card you play, but then it removes the enchantment. Now, if we look, I have 1, 2. I think that would also count. So it takes them off and gives you a 2/10 molt for using them. We're struggling money-wise. Spades are our happy place right now. So we'll get rid of this. Take the 2 pair. Just get a little something on the board. Not bad. Probably better to play them in that order. Got the straight. Spades, so we'll take that. But with just 2 hands left, we're going to need something big, or this is going to come to an abrupt halt. Best, 3 of a kind. You really want the flush or a straight flush here, and not a lot working in my favor to get that. Trashing a whole lot here. Yeah, not a lot of good going on here. The straight has not been leveled, which is why it paid so poorly. Sitting on a possible flush. Could be sitting on a flush, could be sitting on a... Get rid of all. We'll get rid of those. See if we can get somewhere. Got a flush here. That will add to the molt. We'll take the flush. Removed the enchantment. Added to the molt. Now we need the spade flush to come through, I think, in order to trigger this. These can go. That is still wild, but I don't think it would remain wild. I think it would lose the buff. So now we've got 1 crack. At pulling a spade. And we did. Thank goodness. May or may not be enough to win. Oh yeah, it should be fun. The Ancient Joker made that work. And saved us. Wasn't the vampire that paid off there, it was the Ancient Joker. Which, it's tough for the Ancient Joker, especially when you're playing flushes. I mean, it's tough for the Ancient Joker to not work. Wouldn't have bought a high card planet there, but I'll take it since I'm on 0. Transforms. Let's create 2 random tarot cards. Those would be buffs that could get removed at least. Nothing buffed. We'll just take the highest thing available to us. Not worth a reroll. Can't play those yet. Would it be worth skipping to get the spectral? I mean, maybe. But I think I'll play the hand. If we've got a little money, we'd be able to do something in the shop next time around. Convert 3 cards to clubs. Spades actually are next. Then on 4 spades and 4 clubs. And not a lot else. Got 2 pair. Let's do this. Go ahead and use that. Play the 2 pair. Play the 7. It would score, and that will fire and boost the vampire. You get 1 spade out of it for the ancient, or 2 rather. And we molted some more. That's firing when scored, so yeah. I don't think it matters what the order here actually is. But well on our way. Could just play the 2 pair again. And fire the spade to get the molt. Ta-da, and very quietly, we've made it through 4 antes and well into number 5 here, with a chance to play some cards. We will take that, get the planet, level full house. We've leveled nearly everything, only straight. Unfortunately, only straight's not leveled yet. Do I want... Adds double the rank of the lowest card held in hand to molt, and that certainly helps when you have molts as opposed to adding molts. Let's give this up. Take this. Add in. Might take another celestial here. Now we can level the straight at least. At least once. Would have been very unusual to go that deep into jokers and not level the straight at least one time. Still have clubs that we can play too. Still on spades here. Would change at the end of the round. Might be worth it here. Level, take 2 celestials. Level something. Probably go flush. Good to play the flushes when every played card is getting boosted. And we'll take the full house. And 1 of 7 drawn face down, not the worst thing as big blinds go. I would feel like this is probably a diamond. No, can't be. Could that be the 5th heart? We may find out. Nope, it was not. So that went about as poorly as it could go. Got more out of it than we deserved. Just rolled the dice and it didn't work out. No obvious flushes. 3 diamonds. Sitting on 2 pair at least. That would not be a big hand. You'd get some molt off this. could convert into a flush. This might be the time to do it. Convert 3 cards to clubs and now, of course, if I do this, diamonds will be the next ancient joker. But we'll take this flush. The object of the game, after all, is to win. And the more opportunities you give yourself to do that, the better. So we know this is either a diamond or a club. We've got one pair. I'm going to trash this. What's left? Possible outs, suit-wise, all about the same. We'll toss that. Might toss these as well. We've got discards we have. So it's spades where possible. Take the straight. A lot of bonuses to fire here. Face cards all timing out, molten, doing their thing, and that takes care of the boss blind on ante 5 and gets us over to 6. Honestly, still not feeling like I'm over here killing it. Don't love those. I mean, face cards would be a double bonus here, but I don't really feel like I've got anything I'm willing to give up to get that into the hand. Pairs, straight flushes, 3 of a kinds. You could level the straight flush and hope for the best. May be the way to go here, because the blinds are starting to increase, and it is a little more challenging. 2 free tarot cards, yes please. Unfortunately, that would level the straight flush. Creates a random joker, but I don't have room. We'll do 2 bonuses here, because those could get vampired off. Is anything else? I don't think this counts as a bonus. I think it actually changes the card itself. However, we use the Fool. 2 free jokers I don't necessarily need. So a chance to elevate something here. Create 2 bonuses. We're going to actually play, though. Might discard these. See if we can draw into something better. We will then bonus. I don't think it actually matters what you bonus here. Use those. And play. Jack 10. There's a straight. The malt bonusing. The malts make the straight useful. The straight in and of itself only been leveled up once, not doing a whole lot. Chance to play off some of these, perhaps. And we'll play them off as part of the flush. That's going to add more to the vampire. Didn't quite get us over the top, but got a number of different ways to go here. Only need 1,200. We'd like to get this played just to add to the vampire a little more. Plus, it's a spade. We can easily enough throw away the 6. We'll go ahead and throw away the ace, too. No need to hold on. You know, sometimes you just have to take what you got and get it over with. I'll take the extra $1 for saving a hand. If there's any real question, that would be enough. Could I have given that up and played into something else? Sure. Just didn't necessarily feel like it was worthwhile. Now, this might be a joker worthwhile. The ×3 mold, if you've already played. And as you can tell, it's been very, we've definitely just gone in some same direction quite a bit. But what do I give up? Probably this. Yeah, we'll give that up. Take this. Yeah, there we go. So now base chips and malts are halved, so, but that's only halving the base, not everything. Thank goodness. Ancient Joker is spades, and we get literally no spade. And we don't have a flush here either. Take the 2 pair, perhaps. A good opportunity maybe to find out. I think it's going to remove that wild and add it to the vampire. But it's a good chance for me to find out, and it did. I thought it would remove anything that modified the card that was visible. Which is why I don't think it actually works on stone. So we got 2 pair again, and we would get a ×3 molt for that. Might be worth going ahead and playing it. And trash the queen. Just to get it out of the hand and be sitting on a better chance for a flush draw. Here's the ×3 molt. So we're halfway. But boy, talk about not drawing same suits here. 7 gets me to a straight. Either way. 4 would get me to a straight. But I think I need the flush. Let's let go of the 3 first. Spades. Well, there's the flush I wanted. This might push us over. If it doesn't, it's going to put us in position to get it anyway. Well, I said it would. We may be about to come crashing to a halt here. So we would like to have it with spades. There's a ton of spades out there, not many diamonds, not too many hearts. We'll just let go of a whole lot of things here. We would get the ×3 molt if we got to 2 pair. But I really need the spades. It's going to be a tough draw. Not as tough now. And we still have 2 discards to work with. There's the spade I needed. Really no sense in not... We've got our 5 spades. Might as well use the discard. And we will get another bump for doing so. And this should surely be more than plenty. Because that's going to fire a lot of molts. Both adding and multiplying molts. Yeah. Yeah, that took care of business. That was about 120,000 in the hand. I can live with that. I think we'll take us on a little further forward. Not seeing a whole lot there. 1 consumable slot, really not worth the extra 11. And I don't hate... I mean, Splash could go if we got some kind of great Joker here. Let's find out. Consecutive hand without playing your most played poker hand. It's sort of the opposite of card sharp. And I don't need this, so we'll just keep what we got. Do I want another card now? We'll save it. Next Joker would become foil, but that's only 50 additional chips. We'll just play off here and see if we can't help the vampire or something. And we can. Though I'm not likely to play 3 of a kind. We're in hearts here. So I'd want to keep the 6. 3 of a kind, I'm just not likely. You're not that likely to play it again. So I'd rather have a full house or something else here to play off this. If possible. So we'd like to keep the hearts. We'll discard those and see what we pull. Didn't really get a lot of help. Decisions. We're very low-ended here. We'll lose a heart and a spade. I'm gonna gamble here. Let's try to get something. And we did not. That really went poorly. Let's save our discards, play the 2 of a kind. We'll go ahead and play these and get the little bonus for it. Not the worst hand. Once again, just absolutely drawing trash. More clubs than anything, but I need more hearts. Hearts and diamonds. We'll toss those. We at least get to play 2 pair here. We can play the extra. But I'm not loving life. Good mult, but not halfway yet. 4 hearts. Sitting only on a pair, and we would be using our last discard. But I suppose that's what I'm going to do. And got no help whatsoever. And would be giving up the heart. And we may have hit a roadblock here. Now we're really hurting. Not a lot of outs no matter which way I go. Because if we play this, I guess we go ahead and play that. Play the heart. Play the heart. Keep a whole lot of trash on the bottom end. We may have met our match. We need something. Pulled the straight. And I can't, there's no way to get both hearts in. I have no more discards, so all there is to play is this. And I am not entirely confident. That's cutting it a little fine, but it worked out. It's a line drive homer on the books. 2 more planets. Or a spectral. We haven't pulled a spectral. Let's see if we can get that spectral I love that raises everything. This would be worthwhile. Destroy 1 random card, adds 3 random enhanced face cards. Those enhanced would then get vampired. So that's definitely a move. All face cards. Don't have enough to buy this. So we will move on without it. Upgrade straight flush. That comes up so rarely. Let's see if we can move the vampire up instead. I've got a pair. Ancient is still on hearts, so we want to keep the 8. Let's toss a couple of cards. Sitting on 2 pair now. And we'll use the jack to upgrade the vampire. You know, not the massive big scoring hand you might wish for, but not terrible. Sitting on 3 of a kind and 3 hearts. I'll toss a couple of cards. Still sitting on 3 of a kind. I really like to have the flush. So we'll take the 3 of a kind. Got about as little out of that as I could possibly have gotten. Take the flush here, which is going to fire the Ancient Joker 5 times. Could be a big, big hand. Big hand. Yeah. Got 60,000. More than enough to get where we need to be. We could level the pair, but that's not really where I'm going. Let's take a pack. Could level the flush, could level the straight. I think I'll level the straight because it's so low to be in the seventh. Be in the seventh blind. We'll add a playing card. See if we can get something. Yep, just what I wanted. Something else, another sealed card that could add to the vampire. So we will take that. What's out there? One. Yes, we've gotten rid of most. I think there's 2, 3. So yeah, still three opportunities. Have more clubs and fewer diamonds than anything else. Time to move on. Player discard on the serpent. Always draw 3 cards. So judicious use of your discards here is the way to go. Sitting on 4 diamonds, but it's hearts that pay the bonus. Sitting on 2 pair. That might be where we go. Let's go like this. It'll boost the vampire. It did not remove the gold seal. So it removes enhancements, but not the gold seal. And we played 5 and only got 3 in the draw, so it's now time to let something go and get some more cards. Discarding 1, I get 3 back. Full house has been leveled a few times. We'll go ahead and take it. But 2 hands to go here. So diamonds or clubs to get to a flush. We have way more club options. Didn't really do that right. We're gonna have to toss that now. Sitting on another full house. No, sitting on another 3 of a kind. Might take that. We'd still have 1 discard to try to get a flush out of it. Let all that go. Take 3 of a kind. I think we played that earlier and Card Sharp would fire. No, I guess we didn't. So now we're in trouble. Know what to do but try to draw 1 more club. And we did. See if that's enough. It is not. And that's where we end. New high score, best hand at 125. Not much else. 5 new discoveries. So we move right along. We'll take the tarot cards here. Just a little boost at the start. Doubling the money isn't terrible here. We mean a nice, and we will take the wild card. Could do it again. And we'll play one, because we've got a little cash. Get a straight out of the box. Almost halfway home. We got the wild, but it doesn't get us where we need to be. Could let go the 2. That did nothing. Neither did that. So if we play the 10s and the 6s, toss the 4. I have proven in the past that I can lose on any blind. But not today. We'll take the full house. More than enough. Yeah, that's the thing. It's not as though I can't lose. in one of these early ones. It's embarrassing, but it's not as though it isn't possible. Moving right along here. We'll take that just to get a joker on the board. Spades are debuffed. Flushes would be good. Watch me pull a... Would you look at that? Oh, no, wait. I thought I had actually flopped a spade flush there. But no. What do I let go of is the question. Keep the heart. Toss this, toss this. Sitting on 2 pair. We'll go ahead and throw one of these away as well. Take the 2 pair. Low score. Definite low score. Now we're sitting on 2 pair. We've buffed only the straight. Still sitting on the flush, which gives extra chips. But I think we'll just throw away some things here. Still sitting on 2 pair. No love. No love in the city on this one. Throw that. Yeah, may not make it out of the first ante here. Or we might. Sometimes things do fall your way. We avoid embarrassment and get out of the first ante. Yeah, sorry if the energy level's a little down today. I'm just moving slow. Play this, then open the booster pack. It's a 1 in 2 chance for an extra tarot card when you open a pack. Could convert to clubs. Things that could be held in hand. We'll buy that and store it. Make a free standard pack. Not a lot of high scoring here, and I'm not setting the woods on fire, so... Hey, there's the flush. It'll trigger the crafty joker. Be an extra 80 chips, and with the malt, that's an extra 320 chips. Full house draw. Tell you what, to make some space, since that card's not going anywhere, we'll buff that, because it's not getting out of my hand. And that clears up some space in the top right if you need it for consumables. About the only negative there is if you decided you needed to sell it at some point. We'll take the Celestial pack and hope for an extra tarot card, and got one. Full house straight, 2 pair. I play a lot of 2 pair. There are much better plays than that, but we're still in the low blinds. +3 hand size. Cards previously played this ante are debuffed, meaning that it's better to not play as many cards here. So we can transform anything into a lucky. Got 2 of a kind. That can't fire. We've got 3 pairs sitting here. I'm going to let that go and let that go. And we get to the full house. Transform something over to a lucky. And take the full house this way, I guess. Yeah. Not likely to draw that 4th 9, but won't need it on this hand. So we get past the pillar. Move on to the next ante. Blind is selected. Gain 3 hands. Lose all the discards. Or re-roll the boss blind. Or... That's awfully hard to turn down if you're playing the long game. We will stash that. Takes care of all our cash, though. Wouldn't have enough to buy a polychrome joker anyway. Might as well play the hand. So we would like to hold that, if possible. Toss a couple of cards. Take the 2 pair, I guess. Could toss one more card. Burn and discards. So after we do that, we end up taking the 2 pair anyway. A big difference in this game and the last one, where we had bonuses just firing constantly. Now down to just 1 discard. You're really getting no help here. We will let go of the hearts. No love at all. Still can't draw to this flush. You're going to have to use the last discard, I guess. Well, got a full house out of it, and that might be about as good as we can do, since there's not really a straight opportunity sitting here. Goodbye, $3 extra. Would have to survive the hand just to get the 3 anyway. Not looking likely to happen. Pulled the flush, but a hand too late, probably. Needed 2 of those and only got 1. And that's that. A very uneventful hands. Is it worth the skip? Probably play this one and skip the next. Let's just take our 2 pair right off the bat here. Da-da-dee. Sitting on 2 more pairs. Could take those. Go ahead and throw the 8 away. No, it's not that I lack confidence or anything. It's just not been my day so far. I think we can probably make 12 off this. With a pair of 4s, we could make the 12. Yeah. And I clicked that not for my benefit, but perhaps for yours. That would be 18 times 2, 36 would be more than enough. But just for giggles, let's see if we can make it a little better. We've still got the 4s. Hey, 2 pair. We didn't even need the 4s. More than enough to take care of the small blind and keep us going. After an uneventful run. So far, I guess today what the best we've done is get to the 7th. Back to that. Maybe the Arcana will give us something good. It really didn't. We'll just do this. Do this because I had to do something. Don't have enough to buy anything, so we'll keep going. Now we'll skip. Spades are going to get debuffed in the big blind. Creates a random joker. Any is better than none. Played aces, 20 chips, and a +4 mult. We could double our money. Or add a gold card. Or transform something into steel. That might be what I'm going to do, in hopes that we go a little deeper this time. That comes in handy later, just not now. Spades are all debuffed and we draw a full house. And played aces give chips and mult when scored. And that takes care of the goad. And takes care of the boss blind. And moves us forward. Mega Celestial is tempting simply because we haven't leveled anything. I think we will just to get something to play to. Pair, straight flush, flush, and straight. Gee, I wonder where I'm going to go here. Boost the flush, boost the straight, and at least have something that will pay along the way. Next joker becomes foil. The 50 chips are probably not a difference maker. I'd rather have another trip through the shop. Got the flush. Low number of jokers so far. There's not been a lot of opportunities. Sitting on a possible another flush that would be more than enough to do something. So we don't want to throw away hearts, but we can throw away just about anything else, I suppose. But if I want to throw things away, I'll throw things away. I'll take this. I'm going to get close, but not over the top. Which ends up costing me $1 that I could have made. And now I'm short on any flushes to speak of. I'll just go ahead and play that. Probably wasn't going to get to a flush no matter what. But we do need 70 some odd chips now. And 3 discards to go. Am I more likely to draw into spades or more likely to draw into diamonds? I'm more likely to draw into spades. So that would mean letting go of some things. I'm going to let go of all of that. There we go. That should be ample. Yeah, that'll be more than enough. We'll play those off. Get through the round in unimpressive fashion. As much as we're struggling right now, I'm going to take this just to try to get a little deeper. $1 per hand. Clubs would be debuffed, but I'd have the... We'll take that to get the money. Skip the blind. Clubs got debuffed. And of course I draw a pair. The only thing I have is a pair that involves a club. We're going to let go of well, let's let go of these. See what we get out of this. We may end up having to play, but it won't be so bad because we're going to get mult off of it. You know, we can go that way. We can go, we'll get a mult here for keeping this in hand. So let's just play the aces. Even if one gets debuffed, we got a little something out of it. More than enough to feel comfortable with, at least. Sitting on 4 diamonds, we could play 2 pair. You know, what's the old saying? You play like you practice. So sometimes I linger longer over some of these hands that where it really doesn't necessarily matter what I do. Just because you don't want to, I don't like the idea of getting into the habit of making mistakes. So better to not make them. We'll level the straight, certainly. Vampire comes around again. Now what do we actually have? Is there one boosted card here, I think? Let's see what we pull out of this. Kings give malts if you hold them, playing aces and holding kings, or just extra 100 chips. Comes on at the end. We're going to take this because it hasn't been discovered. And I would rather, well, actually I can have both. We'll take the vampire and we'll take another planet card. Spend that money. Can't take it with you. Makes me very straight reliant. And since my card luck has been so bad, I'd rather be able to have another way out. Made a mistake there. Should not have played this. Should have skipped in order to preserve the malt. But we'll take the 2 pair. So throw the queen in. Yeah, didn't think that one. Thought a little. Went too fast. Went faster than I could think. Paid off, but it cost us a round of the popcorn, which would be nice to have later. What was the big blind anyway? I can get +1 hand size. I'm going to take the Celestial pack again. Be nice to level flushes here. But I guess we'll go to the straight. We're getting very dependent on straights. What is the it's the halving. Oh, that will take care of the flush though. And we'll still have some benefit out of the popcorn for this round. So hold kings to get malt and play aces. But I think what we'll do instead is play the rarely appearing 4 of a kind. Don't get that a whole lot. Not the highest scoring hand in the world in this instance. We'd like to hold on to the 2 for the malt. So we're going to discard here. See how we draw. 4 hearts, 3 spades. Flush and straight both have been leveled. But it's hard to not play. We got 4 hearts and 3 diamonds, rather. Don't have that many hearts left. And we'd like to hold on to them if we could. We're going to be throwing one away if we take this 3 of a kind. Decisions. We've not leveled that. So let's see if we can get to the flush. We did not. We get to 2 pair instead. So in the end, we end up kind of trashed. Still got 2 hands to go, but would have been nice to get a little more out of that. Yeah, it is not my card luck day. Now, again, needing diamonds and we need 2 cards to make the straight. There's plenty of red out there. Do we throw away the pair? Do we really do that? I guess we will. Still can't draw anything. So we toss this and see what we get. We get 4 of each. Holding the kings does give a malt. So if we hold the king and we hold this other heart, and I guess we'll throw some things away. A lot of malts, just a low base, and now we are in the position of having to have a home run that we did not get. Yep. Going to be another fast loss. 3rd ante. I'm setting new records for how poorly anyone can play while recording. We'll keep going. I am not a fan of the red deck. I mentioned that previously at some point that I just don't play it that well for whatever reason. I prefer to have the extra hand to having the extra discard. I'm living off 2 pair here just to get through a blind. Now here might be an opportunity to let some things go. Opens all around. One hand left to get 50. Of course, naturally, I get the straight now that took care of business, but it took all the hands to do it. Could take the malt, or could, where's trousers when you need it? Trousers gains as you go, whereas the popcorn goes away as you go. So, we'll go that route. Didn't have a whole lot there to work with. Instead, we'll take the 2 pair and level trousers. Gets us halfway right off the bat. 2 of everything, 3 diamonds is the best we got. But we're going to play one of those off, so let's let those go. And we'll take the 2 pair and level trousers again. Spare trousers. Gains +2 mult if played hand contains 2 pair. And it seems to be going that way today. So let's take this. And then let's hope for something useful out of the spare tarot cards. We can sell value of jokers and convert 3 cards to spades. Can't do much else. Holding on to this till we add some more jokers. -1 hand size. And again, we come right out of the box with 2 pair. Which, once again, upgrades trousers. Or spare trousers. Come right out again. And do it again. More than enough to get through the first ante. It's a 2 pair kind of day. Be nice to get the joker that gives you every played card scores. I think here we will definitely take this. A 1 in 4 chance to upgrade the played poker hand. Start upgrading 2 pair and then have it. I'm probably not going to sell that yet. Creates 2 common jokers. We will definitely skip that blind. What did we get? Straight flush. The poker hand will change. The $5 payoff will change on every payout. And this helps a little. It'd be more chips when we play the 2 pairs. If we don't play something spare with it. Could skip and get 2 more common jokers, but we would, of course, only get 1. That draws face cards face down. Let's sell this. Skip the blind. We get the banana Gross Michelle. And we get 2 per discard if no discards are used. But that's not really something I'm likely to do a whole lot of. Just play all of these face cards off. Well, that was nice. So we get trousers leveled. And we got the extra chips. And that made short work of the mark. And took us through the big blind. Now we've got about all we can get out of that. So we'll probably sell it off here. Although I'm inclined to sell that. Pick this up. Of course, then you get you get played card counting and scoring, but then you gain chips on the square joker. Those 2 kind of work against each other. Let's go ahead and use this so that we have some space. We'll play the planet. Would love to level 2 pair here, the way things have been going. And we will get that opportunity. Still sitting on an extra terror that we convert to spades. And this has every chance of getting lost. Let's take the full house. Go ahead and take another planet card. Level 2 pair again. These actually do something, by the way. But you have to get a bunch of them. I won't give it away. I'll let it happen. I did see someone talking about the game and found out what that actually does. And had wondered. Let's play and see if we can level up here a little more. We got 1 pair. Could have converted over to a flush if I needed it. Gonna take the 2 pair. Not too bad. Wasn't quite enough to get us where we needed to be. We'll let go of some things. See if we can draw in a 2 pair again. And we did. I'll take that. And the benefit not about the scoring here. It's about leveling the spare trousers again. So now they're up to a 14 molt. That would fire. And we've got some cash to work with. Not loving any of that. Let's take a tarot card. We're 1 into stone, 1 into steel, or 1 into gold. And at least gives that some value. Take another Arcana pack. Could re-roll. Normally, I would take the Fool. I think I may take the Fool. Well, I don't really want the steel. I mean, it's 6 of one, half dozen of the other here. We're all even in the hand. So yeah, this is an either or kind of thing. So we'll go a different direction. Might even take a reroll. Odds and doubles probabilities, which would make this a 50% chance that gets destroyed, but it makes this a 50% chance to upgrade. But then you would have to trash something in order to get it. Now, there is a route to this. The idea here is to give a better chance for that to fire. The other one was going to get destroyed anyway. I want the odd for the chips. Probably. That would be dismissing this. We'll sell that off, pick this up, and move on to the next round. 2 out of 7 cards get drawn face down. Interesting there. I don't think I'd ever had this scenario come up. Normally this is 1 in 7 get drawn face down, but it doubles all listed probabilities, so now we lose 2. 2 out of the 7 cards will draw face down. Would have been better to hold on to that, but, and we know this is either a 2 or a 3. It has to be one or the other. So we'll play all 5 and should get 2 pair out of it no matter what we do. And it lets us hold on to the king. So 2 cards get drawn face down here. Don't have anything in the suits. We could easily enough get rid of this. There's no real advantage to any of the suits. We'll discard a couple of cards. we do get to 2 pair this way. Which, once again, that'll take trousers to 20. I told you, I like to play 2 pair. And it's certainly trousers, one of the first jokers that I remember back in the beta that I really got a lot of benefit from. Let's take a spectral, because we haven't taken one. And would add enhancements. I think we'll do that. See what got enhanced. Quite a few things. Take another celestial. See if we can level 2 pair again. We can. I won't complain. What did the flipping of the cards there do to our suits? A little more hearts. Nothing got damaged, really, by it. We'll move right along. Shop would have an uncommon joker that I really don't need. We'll play here and try to pull more 2 pairs. Odds are good. If they score. Sitting on 4 spades. Discard a couple. Did not make the flush. Which we haven't leveled, so it's not as though it makes a huge difference in our lives. Play the 2 pair. So it gets leveled. It got leveled by Space Joker. Then Spare Trousers boosts again. And would you look at that? It levels again, so 2 pair. Space Joker doing work here. But it's got a 50% chance to work because of the Oops Joker. Not awful. Not awful. I don't hate it. This might eventually go away. Gains 4 chips if played a hand that has exactly 4 cards. Or we could give this up. We could give up Odd Todd and take Raised Fist. Decisions. We'll give that up. We will add this because it does add Molt. Double the rank of the lowest card to Molt. We'll take that. We'll take an Arcana pack, I guess. See what we get. We can gain 11 cash back. Don't really want to destroy anything. We could increase the rank of 2 cards by 1. We could create another glass. Fewest in black, most in hearts. But I think I'm going to take the cash. Gives me reroll options later. Gives me options. I'll take another Arcana pack and see if our luck is any better. Fool would do it again. Or a 50-50 chance to add something to a random joker. We'll take our 50-50 chance. And we foil the Space Joker. And we'll just move right along. Would gain 15 for beating the... now this, not fun. The arm is going to decrease the level of what we play. So, with an opportunity to increase the level of something, because of Space Joker, we might be best served. Let's toss some spades. I hate tossing that 10, but it might be worth it. That did not really work as intended. None of that worked as planned. And we burned through a lot of discards, but at least we will get something out of it. Take the straight. Maybe it'll level. And Space Joker did do its thing and leveled straight there. Which took care of business. Now here, we get a level high. We'll level 2 pair again. Because we're going to lose some of that in this next, in the next boss blind. Whatever we play gets damaged. Upgrade every poker hand by 1 level. That's what I was looking for. The black hole spectral popped up. I'd take it again. Well, didn't work out that way, but I would happily have taken it had it done so. That would have been a heck of a draw. We'll move along here. Everything we play will get decreased. I like having the mult here. But we'll play the straight. So it gets decreased, but we got quite a bit out of it. We get paid if that holds up. Let's play the 3 of a kind here. I will just take the hit on that. We haven't played it very much, and we got it right back because of Space Joker. Took care of business and only damaged straights and 3 of a kind, and we got the 3 of a kind back thanks to our pal Space Joker here. The Space Joker, oops, combo is working well. Square Joker can still go if I see a better Joker somewhere. Let's spend 3 to gain 20. Don't need that. We will go for another Spectral. Black Hole would be nice. Didn't get it. Create a copy of a random Joker. Destroy all the others. Won't be doing that. Destroy 1 random. Add 4 enhanced. We're going to take that. Because I am getting a lot of 2 pairs playing right now. Get a spare planet if you need it. Could re-roll. Jokers, Taros, Planets, and Spectrals appear multiple times, or 3 for each discarded Jack. Be letting this go if we do it. So 44 chips, anytime we play just a natural 2 pair, it is a fair amount being gained. I think we'll leave well enough alone. And move on. $1 per hand played this run. Cards played this ante are debuffed, so worth it to take it twice and have the full hand for the boss blind at the end. Kind, straight flush, 2 pair. We'll take the 2 pair buff. 4 of a kinds. Or 3 of a kinds. Level 3. What did flipping those cards a minute ago do? So we're still very balanced in terms of suits. Got a lot of 5s. Got a lot of 8s. Not so many 10s and 7s. As good as we can do there. So let's take our 2 pair. We'll play that. And we'll play this. We'll keep those in hand. Again, leveling 2 pair. Not too shabby. Almost got it. We'll get a planet card if we hold this. We'll get $3 if we hold this. And I'm just thinking about whether I want to make some space in the hand. Could give up clubs to make spades. Also, no harm done in using discards here. But what do I toss? We'll toss that. I'm just trying to play into 2 pair here. But I'd rather have the planet card. I do believe. guaranteed planet. The one pair should probably do. I feel confident the one pair will do it with all the malts in hand. Yeah, more than enough. Got a free planet level to pair. Can raise the level of the pair at least. Got a lot of cash. Let's play this off just to make some room. Still have the option. Not loving that. Let's go ahead and level 3 of a kind. Let's take the Arcana pack. Stone, increase the level, or create a glass. Let's increase the levels here and here. Raises the interest cap, which we're holding a lot of cash. Might be worthwhile for a little while. We can level the full house. We can level the straight flush. We can level the 4 of a kind. I'm going to level the 3 because we do have a couple of places, remember, that do have extras. 3 of them, in fact. 4s, 5s, and 6s. So making that better. Do I want to spend this is the question. Takes about 5 hands to get it back on interest. Instead, we're going to reroll. Could make a lucky. Could make a malt here. It's kind of 6-1, a half dozen of the other probably. But I'm going to do it just to make another new discovery. We can also buy this and let it sit. We'll make a lucky here in a minute. We can double our money, and I think I will. We could double our money again. But then it becomes must play 5 cards. Do I wanna? Yeah, why not? Go big or go home, right? So now we got to play 5 each time, so we're not going to be able to hold a lot of things here. We do not have, your flush draw hardest with the clubs. Don't have 2 pair. I'm going to do this in the opposite direction, see if I can get to 2 pair. And I did. Which is nice. But I also have to give up another card. We'll give that up. Take the 2 pair. Get an extra malt. And worthwhile to keep an eye on. Remember, the lowest card in your hand is what gets doubled and added to malt. Might take the full house here. And see if it gets Space Monkey, Space Jokered, and it did. So that's nice. And it recognized the existence of 2 pair in that full house and leveled these pair trousers again, which are now up to plus 28 malt. We get a planet card here if we hold this, but we wouldn't have room for it. So I think instead we're going to play our flush. See if it'll level. Space Joker did not fire that time. 1 hand to make 8,000. Transform one of these into a lucky. I mean, it could fire, right? Could also make a flush. But again, hard to not just play 2 pair over and over and over here. The base is so high. Full houses are good, are nice. We've got plenty of discards to work with. And a malt. We can just burn through those. No reason not to. I mean, ultimately, we were going to play 2 pair, worst case. Which does cost me the planet card, however. But it's really all about, and I just screwed up. I just showed you a wonderful way to ruin a perfectly good run, and it's oh dear me, that's one of those moments where you wish you had a do-over button. So what happened there is you must play 5 cards. I played 4, and that's one thing the game does not hold your hand about. If you play 4 by accident, and I killed that. Wow, that was painful. I am just sick about that. Just sick about it. My goodness. Mercy me. Did that really just happen? My goodness. Talk about taking aim and shooting your own foot off. That's the kind of thing that'll put you on tilt if you're not careful. Those of you who know me well are likely very impressed that I did not say bad words there. I thought them. I assure you, I thought them. That was brutal. And nobody to blame but myself for it. That maybe is what makes it the worst of all. Oh, dear me. Bad, bad, bad words. Well, let's take our little pair here. Yeah, tilt is in full bloom here. Got as much as you could get out of that. Got a lot of trash on the end. Take the straight. A relatively high scoring straight, but of course not quite enough to save us a hand and get us an extra $1 and all of that. I guess if Balatro has a bad beat, you just saw it. Played face cards will give chips. We'll take that. 1 free reroll per shop. Not necessarily worth the 4. I think I'm just going to hold on to it. Hearts get debuffed. Face cards give extra chips. We'll take the flush here. Might actually get... Nope. Didn't quite get the job done. We get the chip buff for playing the face cards. That is Scary Face Joker, which was previously undiscovered. So yay, that's something. We get 2 common jokers off the blind. Let's take the Arcana pack and try to level something. Creates 2 random tarots, probably the way to go, or take the 2 random planets. Since nothing has been really buffed yet, full house, 2 pair get buffed. We'll get 2 free jokers on the next blind. Not much point in skipping here to double our money. We get the Droll Joker, and we get the... Oh, that's just adding insult to injury here. So, yeah. We'll do the 2 pair here to get the extra $5. Now it changes after the payout, and it would pay after a high card. Is it worth playing a high card here just to get. I might actually do that just for the $5 because we've got a little extra room, and I know I'm sitting on a flush. That changed that over to a straight. Probably not willing to gamble on that one though. Let's just take the win. But yeah, gave up a hand which cost me $1, but I gained 5 for playing it. And I figure we will eventually play a straight. We're also going to get another joker here. Riffraff will give me 2 commons, but it's only going to give me 1 because I only have 1 space when we play the next blind, unless we toss something. Not a bad place to have the Hermit. Get the extra cash. We are not below 52, nor do I like to run a small deck, so I'm not going to worry about that joker. Lovers, we could go hearts. We could go luckies. Let's go lucky here. Sometimes I'll lucky the highs, sometimes I'll lucky the lows. Could add a card, could add a consumable slot, but instead I think we got a free joker coming. This would add a blind. Cards drawn face down after each hand is played. A little bit of a gamble here, but let's see if we can get popcorn or something. 20 mult for... So flushes play, give us 10 mult. 3 or fewer card scoring hands give us 20 mult. We could trash the 6 easily enough. 3 of a kind wouldn't have been the worst thing to have hit there, but it didn't. Face cards do play bonus. We could give up the 7 and give up the ace. Still trying to draw into something. Drew into a straight. We'll do that. I'll take that. Get extra chips at least. Got us a third of the way to it. You know, you've probably got 4 hearts, but you may not have 5. We're going to let go of a couple more cards here because I knew then they would come up face up because it's the blind is knocking you out, dealing them face down after a hand is played. Could go face cards here. Could also just take the pair. We know, well, I say you know, but no, this could be a club or a spade. Which way to play it? I'm going to get rid of a couple of... This will at least keep us to get the bonus. And talk about blind luck there. Blind. See what I did there? Poker. Blind. Yeah. Yes. Dad jokes. That's what we're down to this afternoon. Well, it's afternoon for me. I don't know what time it is for you. Flushes and straights be made with 4 cards. What did we get? Did we get an extra? I'm going to have to give up riffraff because we don't have the spare here, so I'm going to spare room, so I'm going to take that. Flushes and straights now can be made with 4 cards. So we got a lot of benefit to playing into flushes here. Now you can make them with 4, but you can't make them with 5. So might be worthwhile to let the half joker go, pick this one up, and then try to get more tarot cards. We'll re-roll. Take the 3 of a kind, which would have been better if we still had the previous joker. But we do not, so yeah, is what it is. We get 2 voucher slots. It's a chance to draw to that blank. There are a number of those blank vouchers, and if you eventually collect them all, it unlocks a new voucher type. 1 card slot in the shop might be worth it this early if we can make a deep run. Let's go ahead and play here. Do I really want to re-roll? Not really. Plus, the more taros we get more benefit to fortune teller. So, yeah. Well, what do we have? We have a whole bunch of flush opportunities, and I'd really like to make the flush. We can make it with 4, but we can make the straight with 4, but we can't. But we don't have the 4. So I'm just going to let go of what's in the middle. Make the straight with 4. As you see, it does exactly what it says. Flushes can be made with 4 cards, so we get the +5. And we got a +10, and had a lot of boosts there. We don't have the straight, but we do have. We can have a 4-card flush or a 5-card flush if we preferred. So yeah, getting out of the blind was not going to be too big a problem there. The way the hands fell, at least. Now, the next $5 boost is for the full house. Let's get the spectral. Destroys 5 cards, but you gain 20. I don't think I need the cash that much. Converts everything to a single suit, though. Yes, we'll take that gamble since flushes are easier to make. So we're now very diamond heavy at the expense of spades. Plug cards would all count. I could take a celestial. I think I'm going to let to-do list go. And we're not... Every play card counts in scoring. Let's take a celestial. Want to raise straights and flushes. Preferably. We've got room for another joker, whatever we would like that to be. 2 chips for each remaining card, so... And we've never discovered it. So that gives me more chips for each remaining card in the deck. So it adds chips on a diminishing returns basis, is what happens. If we skip here, we miss a chance to get another tarot card played and boost fortune teller. I got 2 pair, which has been leveled, at least. Don't have the straight. We do have the flush, however. So we'll take it. So now we've got some synergy with flushes and straights, but we need to be able to level them. Need to get them leveled because right now the straight is untouched and the flush is only at +3 or level 3. Planet cards. There's a times molt, but we've got to play the Arcana pack because that's gonna elevate this. So we may end up giving up the blue joker. This would in turn create 2 tarot cards. We can make anything. Could go red heavy here and start kicking out spades. I think we will, because that will add a molt for playing that. We can convert anything into a lucky. We are most likely to play diamonds, so we will convert it to a lucky. That boosts this a little further. We could convert anything in spades. We can make gold cards. We could make 3 more diamonds. We can make steel. We can do just about anything here. Let's convert that to steel. Now the question here is whether we want to give this up, and I think I will. Again, it'll be another discovery. We'll put it on the end. And we can gain 0.1 molt by playing another planet card. Flushes, 2 pairs, and straights. Let's level the straight so that it's a more viable option. So now flushes and straights are 4 cards. Face cards add chips. Fortune teller is helping. Droll joker makes flushes preferable to straights. We could re-trigger. Could give up Droll Joker. Pick this up. How many in-hand abilities do we have, though? What is it? It re-triggers all card held in hand abilities. So we have, I think, only one. Yeah. Yeah, that would re-trigger. That would trigger twice. These are not held in hand. These are plays. So maybe leave well enough alone here. Earn $1 for each 9 in your full deck at the end of the round. Not worth giving up anything else for. -1 hand size here. We do have a 1.1 molt now. We do have 2 pair. Flushes are more beneficial, though. Except we're not sitting on one. But better to keep this 10. So let's discard that and hope we could draw the flush. And, of course, we don't. We may have to take the 2 pair. Or the pair, rather. Suboptimal. Bad hand when you don't need one. Would have been better to keep that in hand, but that's not going to be an option. Might just go ahead and take this 9. Now we'll keep the 9. Take the straight for the 4 cards. Keep the 9 to try to keep a flush alive. A decent straight. And we do draw to the flush. We'll play that off now. With some decent bonuses. So it's enough to get us where we needed to be, at least. I've got a lot of discards sitting. Doesn't really matter what I do here. We want more planet cards later. Let's just take the 2 pair. Finish the blind. Finish the boss blind. One of the easier boss blinds, I will admit. -1 hand size. Having the 4 fingers, it's a good time to have it. Permanently gain 1 hand per round. Yes, please. Now we're cooking a little bit. It's not the highest pay because we haven't been able to level as many things. That will add a 10th to that molt. But we're out of cash, so let's go play. Yeah. You get 10 extra dollars here, and tarot cards are our friend. Don't need the extra cards, though. Not sitting on a flush. And not sitting really on much of anything. We can give this up. And let's give that up. And still didn't draw into anything we needed. We'll have to take the pair of 4s. We'll go ahead and let the diamond go and play one. Not great at all, but we did have an extra hand to work with at least. Best boost here, best base hands, the straight and the full house. We got 2 pair, but we're also a king away or a 9 away. 4 9s and 4 kings got 8 chances to get out here. We'll give that up. Still didn't get what we needed. Cannot draw to save our lives today. We'll give up the club. Probably would have given up the spade as well, but because it may take flushes to get us out of this because we're way behind schedule now. Straights aren't terrible, though. What is it? We have more diamonds than anything. Take the straight. We just have so few spades to work with. Not bad, but now 2 hands away. We do pull another straight, which I'm going to go ahead and take. And then we'll see what we got to work for to finish this off. Just missed. And the straight is going to do it. We'll just play the whole thing. So we get past the halfway point at least. That's something. We will definitely take this because planet cards are boosting our multiplier mult. When the blind is selected, destroy the joker on the right and permanently add double its sell value to this mult. Not really worth it, honestly. In the way we're constructed, it's not worth it. We could do the full house. We could do the 2 pair. We could do the pair. We could do the straight flush. Might do that. And on we go. Base chips and base mult are halved. Well, we'll take the straight right off the jump. Didn't get a whole lot for our muffler or our money there. Could use the flush and don't have one. Probably worth it to toss that and that. Still don't have the flush. Stuck with a pair at the moment. Stuck with the pair. Yeah, not a lot of love here. So we got 3 clubs, but we only have 6 more that we could possibly get. We got the 3 diamonds. I'm gonna do something that may not be smart, but we'll do it anyway. Kind of need bigger hands here after a lackluster first hand. That gets us a little closer. This will help get us even closer. We get a bonus mult off that steel 10 of clubs too. Which is not the worst thing. And hey, would you look at that? Another flush. So now we're 2 away, and I think the last flush would more than do it. I certainly hope so, at least. Because we just played that with confidence that it was going to work out. And it did, though not by a overly comfortable margin. But we'll take it. Play here, pick up the planet card, continue to boost our molting mult. Our molting multi-mult. Face cards would give a +4. Face cards are also giving 30 chips. Might give this up. And see if we can leverage more face cards. Could add playing cards. Or we can re-roll. Remember that this boosts when we use a tarot card. I'm going to take another reroll. Clubs, remaining discards. Yeah, I think we'll just stop there and keep some cash in hand. This would double our money. I think we will. Given, again, the pillar. Cards previously played in this ante get debuffed, so we'll take the spectral. Keep everything in play. Destroy 1 random card, add 2 random enhanced aces, or add a polychrome effect, a foil, holographic, or polychrome to 1 selected card. The cards we are most likely to play would be anything diamonds. So let's do it. Then we come over here and play. We can make a gold card. Do I want the mult here? Do I want the straight? We could play the straight here. And hold on to some other things. Let's see. What is most likely to get held? Probably that. So we do that. Let's take the straight to start. Getting that fifth hand early certainly helped. Flushes are better than straights for us. Full houses and straights are basically a coin flip or straight flush. And would you look at that? How about a royal flush? So the straight flush is 140 times 11. So it's either or. So we'll save the 9. Take the royal. With all the bings and bumps and boops that came with the face cards there. Not bad. With 3 hands to go. Could play this off as 2 pair. We could give up the 9. We would be giving up the straight if we did. We'll give it the 9 and the 2 though. And that gets us to a flush. Might get us over, I don't know. Not quite. Came up a little short. Now we get over. But we will make sure we hold this to get the extra $3. But there's another flush. We'll take it. Gets us through the boss blind. But still only to round 6 also. So, you know. But a lot of cash. Level the full house. Which will boost our mult ever so slowly. Pairs, straights, and 2 pairs. We'll take the straight. 12 hands to go to get to a win, though. Permanently gain 1 discard per round. I think I'll take it. With as many flush draws as we've got, I think I'll take that. Now, would I rather have the mult, or would I rather have the chips? That's an interesting question, because I don't think I can pass up our friend here who prevents death. Do I want the mult? But I have a mult. I think keeping the chips is probably better in this case. So that's what we'll do. We will buy that. Mr. Bones. Mr. Bones is sort of a get-out-of-jail-free card. He prevents death if the chips scored are at least 25% of the required chips, and then it self-destructs. But he's a great late-game card to have. We can get 2 free tarot cards. Remember that every time we play a tarot, we gain on Fortune Teller. So now, what would I rather have? I can actually get 2 more here. But we'll hold on, I think. A lot of ways to go. I could sell this. I can't access the deck to play that one. If I play the Fool here, I only get 1. So I think we'll wait. Could skip the blind and get a whole lot of cash. Extra large blind awaits at the end. But I kind of don't have to worry about him either. So a lot of different ways to go here. Do I want to play more? Do I want to... I mean, this is an awfully easy opportunity here. And we could still wait and get the initial card free. But this is also... If I take the tag here, it's $35. And a whole lot of rerolls in the shop. So it's kind of tempting in a multitude of ways. I think I like having the cash. We do have Mr. Bones hanging around. So we skip both. And we take the wall here. And I think I am going to play that differently. Use this now. But it only gave me the 1. I use it again, and that time it gave me 2. Then I can make steals and things. So we get a little extra malt out of that. We've got a flush. Might not be the worst start with the flush. Is just take it. Yeah. Let's. The extra $3 probably isn't that valuable. Might hold the diamond for another flush. One thing could become a steal card here. Spades are our most likely, so let's go ahead and make the steal, which adds to fortune teller. Then we take the flush. But it's a little more challenging. Got to average 16,000 a hand to get out of this, and that certainly didn't do it. But we, at 20%, 20,000, at least Mr. Bones could fire, if need be. Don't have the flush, don't have the straight. No benefit to the random joker, so what do I want to get rid of? We don't have a lot of spades, we don't have that many clubs. But I would like to keep that malt. Sitting on a potential straight there. Straight now paying better than the flush for the base. We need something. Just don't have. We are betwixt and between. Betwixt and between. I'm going to let my clubs go because I'm keeping one spade anyway because I want that malt. See what we got. And the answer is nothing. That did no good, did us no favors, and actually put us in worse shape than we were in. Now we got a lot of ways out here. That's kind of either or here. But it leaves open the straight, so we'll play the flush. But not getting where we need to be. We'll keep that for the malt and throw this away. Take the straight. Face cards will pop a little extra chips, which then get multiplied. So we've made it far enough for Mr. Bones to fire at least. We've got the straight. We'll play that. Yeah, we are not getting out of this extra large blind without the help of Mr. Bones. So, had to use him a lot earlier than I was hoping for. A lot earlier. Better to keep that. Could try to play it into 4 of a kind here, because we're not getting there no matter what, I'm afraid. So, let's discard some things, see if we can get something advantageous. The 3 of a kind is going to have to do this again. 25%, so you only needed 20,000, so that's covered. So I can do just about anything here as long as I don't screw up and throw away one of the 8s. And at least I did get the 4 of a kind. Might as well take it and just let that take care of business, because I'm not getting out of here alive without Mr. Bones. He was going to fire no matter what. And we do have a free joker coming. And losing Mr. Bones at least gives us room for it. So let's see what we get with our random joker. We can always sell it. Yeah, I'm not in love with that. 15 malt there. I want to keep the times malt on the end. Free packs. 2 pairs straights and 1 pair, so we'll level the straight again. Yeah. I mean, I can look and see, right? I've got an easily sellable joker. 1 free reroll per shop, but I don't necessarily need that. Cash is not really an issue. Could easily enough sell this, take the free reroll in the shop, because that at least discovers Chaos the Clown. I could re-roll there. Or could take another discovery here with the extra discard. We could sell him, take this for free. Cash, again, not really my problem at the moment. This will raise the interest cap, generates more money. More money, more problems. Do I want to re-roll here? It wouldn't be free, it'd be 5. Let's just move on. Re-rolls in the next shop start at 0. But the more shop trips I make right now, the better. Because I've got money, and planets and tarot cards are to my benefit. Not sitting on any of the flushes. Could easily enough get rid of some things, though. I might even let the other club go, but see what we get. We get absolutely nothing. No help at all. So now what do I give up? I'm just trying to draw into anything here. We'll take our flush this way. Not perfect, but good enough, perhaps. Got another flush and a pair of molts. Let's take it. Yeah, this was really a hand that I played. It'd be a shame to lose here because I really played this to get more tarot cards to fire off and more planet cards to fire off. Don't have the straight. Do have 2 pair, but it maybe not worth giving them up. I need a 9 or a king. And that's what we're going to hunt. Well, flopped into a full house, and the full house pays pretty good. So we'll take it. Would be a damn shame to lose now, having played that hand. But now we do need to not suck here, and we're kind of sucking here. We'll let those go. Drew another full house, or I have the straight. The straight does pay better. So we will take our 8, 9, 10, jack, and keep the 3 of a kind in hand, just in case this is less productive than I hope. And it is slightly less productive than I hoped. 3 of a kind, though, should be enough to get 200 chips out of at least. Though it would probably be smarter to play full house, wouldn't it? Better to be sure. Better to be sure than make another tragic error. We've had our one tragic error for the day. I'd really rather not have another one. A lot of cash. Lots and lots of cash. So we want planets and tarot cards. Get a double tag. I don't really love either of those. I can do that later. So let's see what we get here. Number of times the hand has been played to the mult. We have played 16 flushes and 11 straights. Something is probably going to have to go here, and I'm afraid it's going to have to be our drunken discard. Because that ain't too shabby. However, now we're going to give that up and take this. Would not have done it, except it is a 10 mult because it's holographic. Not interested in that. Let's just see what the pack might give us. We'll take another mult, especially in hearts, since we have now 16 of those. And it's only money, right? So we'll take another. And the bonus here fired. It would create a random joker, but I don't have room. So we'll just sell that to clear the space. I'm going to take another reroll just to see what we get. Did not get the planet cards I was hoping for. Plus chips for each dollar. Or 2 chips for each dollar. Gross Michelle I would take under a lot of circumstances, but maybe not under this one. For 2 free jokers, lose $1 per card played. might be better here to just play again. So what we're going to do, whether it's better or not. Have a flush right off the jump. Not awful. Also, not enough to get us the win. If every hand were like that, we're going to need a straight in here somewhere. But I think in this instance, we're going to go ahead and take another flush. Take another flush, get a little closer. But again, not on pace for where we need to be. We can let this go because if we drew the 10, we'd have the straight in the other direction anyway. We'll take the discard. And we will take this straight. Still have two hands to work with. Got us a little closer. Now we need 16,000 over the last two. I have discards to spare, so I'm going to use them. I have more discards to spare and would rather not have done that. 8, 9, 10, unfortunately. We'll take that straight. I say unfortunately because that was a steel card that would have added another 1.5 mult. But we made it work out with one hand spare. Remember earlier when we raised our interest cap? So we got an extra 4 out of that. Hey, another planet card. I don't care what it is. I will buy it and use it because each time I do, it adds to constellation. Don't need misprint here. I'd much rather have. Take that from a 1-9 to a 2-1. Got a free, got a freebie here. Let's take the full house. Go ahead and double our money up to 20. Didn't matter when we did it, but it makes taking a reroll a lot easier here. This could go away if we got a better Joker. So let's open a buffoon pack and see. Hello. Well, would you look at that? If I get a better Joker, I'll take it. Would you look at that? Gritty Joker, played with diamonds, and it's polychrome, so we get a 1.5 mult from it. And would you look at that? I got 18 diamonds in hand. This, in turn, will give me 2 free planet cards, which I will happily take. Use that. Makes that a 2-2 mult. We'll use that. I'm not really all that excited about the pair. I'm much more excited about the extra 0.1 mult. I will definitely re-roll here now. Use some money. 3 for each Joker, plus 3 mult for each Joker. I mean, it'd be a 15 mult, but yeah, not going to happen. We'll buy and use, get the tarot cards, which we can't use yet because we need to have the hand open. Buy and use the flush here. If the hand, something opens up the hand. What do we have here? Steel Joker. Gains 0.25 for each steel in your deck, so it would be a 1.5 mult. I don't have quite enough, and I don't have, unfortunately, that's not what's sitting up there. These are adding mults. Probably best to just leave this alone here and move on. I'll lose $1 per card played here, and we got to make 70. We can increase the rank of anything. What do we have a lot of? What do we have too few of? And is my face card boost still active? No, we let that go. So no longer a benefit to that necessarily. We can make glass. We can upgrade a card. What would we like to upgrade? We could take 4s into 5s. We could also... a lot of ways to go there. Probably would have been better to have moved like kings or something. 1 in 4 chance to destroy a card. But I'd like to keep that. But I don't really want to throw that away yet either. I'm just wanting the 1.5 molt for keeping this in hand. What I need is king. So we're going to toss a couple of cards, see if we can get one. We could not. That didn't work. And, of course, we don't get into a draw here either. Actually, I mean, we've got the straight. We could raise... If we raise these... And would you look at that? Would you look at that? I actually played something smart for a change. The big brain on me. Got half of what we needed. Could make a glass. Could play the tens, but I don't wanna. But I might anyway. Actually, we can play the flush here. That's gonna keep that around. Is it enough? Not quite. Well, maybe so. Yep. That took care of that. That'll work. And we get through that ante. And we keep on a-rolling. Let's play here. Keep boosting. And keep boosting. Man, I do love me some planet cards. Up to 2.7. We were at 1.0, so we've played 17 planet cards. Plus 1 hand size. Yes, please. I'll take that. Why not? More planet cards. I'll also take that. Full house could level. Pair could level. 4 of a kind could level. Increased odds of 4 of a kind on a couple of cards. But I think I'm more likely to play into a full house. So we'll take it. That molt is 2.8 now. We'll take another planet card out of that celestial pack. Could level the straight. Could level the straight flush. More likely to get the opportunity for the straight. But boy, that straight flush is nice when you can get it. But it's already nice. So let's just level the straight. 2.9 now. I would love to have this plus 5 hand size, but I'm not willing to give up all the bonuses that I have to get it. Here, however, we will play the Fool, which will trigger another opportunity to level the straight. Gets it to level 7. We're going to sell the glass. We will play the High Priestess and get 2 more planet cards. Leveling straight to 8. Leveling 3 of a kind. I'm not nearly as excited about that as I am getting Constellation up to 3.2. We will move on. And now you see the final, as we make it to the 8th ante, you see the boss blind, Cerulean Bell. Forces 1 card to always be selected. It'll take 100,000 to win. I can skip here, get an Arcana pack, and we will add to the tarot. I can create 2 randoms. I could double my money. I'm going to create the 2 planets. That moves Fortune Teller up to 20. So yeah, we know though the important thing is getting to the end. We could play the Fool here. We could double our money. I'm going to go ahead and play the Fool. Get another planet card and level it. Question is now, am I ready here? Would I want that holographic next base Joker? The question really is, do I want to skip or do I want to play? We need 75,000. I mean, you're kind of, I'm kind of asking to not get to the bell if I skip. I don't really need the skip. I think we're going to go for it. Let's just go straight to the Cerulean Bell and see what we can get done. So what do we want? We want straights, full houses, straight flushes, Three of a kind's not terrible. Three of a kind actually now paying better than the flush, except that the flush adds a 19 mult because of Supernova. We are forced to play this 10 unless we discard this 10. We got a ton of hearts, and we cannot discard without discarding this 10. We're sitting on 2 pair. I mean, worst case, we're sitting on 2 pairs. Do I take? We're going to discard a bunch of things. See where we end up. So now we would have to play the 2. So 2 pair is probably going to be about as good as we can do off this, unfortunately. Not great. Got to average, 40,000 or no, 20,000 a hand. And that's exactly what we got. We're forced to play the 6 or discard the 6. We're forced into playing it, though. However, we can turn that into a lovely straight. I think it will keep us on track. Should be worth 20,000 at least. How about that? It's worth 100,000, and that is a Cerulean Bell beaten without a single best ever anything. It does unlock a Joker, 220 cards played, 19 new discoveries, and we have made it through. We will go ahead and go into endless mode here, but it's gravy at that point. It's all just gravy now. Got the win. Oh, hello. Gain $1 at the end of the round. Gain 2 when the boss blind is defeated. And it's a 10 mult. I mean, it's tempting to take it just for the discovery. Because we're now playing with house money. We'll take the rocket. We'll definitely take the spectral here. See what we get. Add a red seal to re-trigger. Add a gold seal for $3. We'll add the red seal to trigger something a second time. Take that. Take another Celestial Pack. Yeah, I have long ago recognized that I am not likely to get up into the crazy numbers. I am content here to simply do the best we can. We'll take the star, save it for later. Smeared Joker. Hearts and diamonds are the same suit. Spades and clubs are the same suit. It would certainly make playing flushes awfully easy. Makes playing straight flushes a lot easier too. But is there something I would give up? Do I give up the rocket here to make that all easier? Diamonds are helping. That would make everything diamonds. It would give us an awful lot of them. You know what? I think that's what we'll do. I could have given up the 4 fingers here, honestly. We'll do that. I could convert 3 more cards to diamonds. I think I've probably done all the damage I can do there. We could skip this blind and go on to the next. Make everything free. Why not? The arm would be our 9th anti-blind. I'm not worried about this. Let's go ahead and play here. So everything here basically is now flush, no matter what we do. I can play just about anything and get the flushes. We'll play 4. See what all fires here. 40,000 for the hand, right on pace for what we would want. I may discard this and discard this. We do not have that flush. We would have this one. We do have the low one if we want it. I think that's what we'll take. Remember too, diamonds are molting, but not hearts. Except Because of Smear Joker, hearts are diamonds and diamonds are hearts, and everything is, you know, it's, you get there and it's all good. So I can play just about anything here. And it thinks it's a flush no matter what. And you'll see there everything being treated as a diamond, including that heart. 2 more hands. Let's keep those. I just basically need 4 red cards here. Doesn't really matter what for. And remember, I can still convert other things to diamonds as well. That might do it, and it does. So there's a big blind beaten and a whole bunch of booster packs free coming up. Wasn't really worried about the money. We'll level the 2 pair. It's free. That will take Constellation up to 3.8. I bet we might be able to get it all the way up to 4. Which is better than a sharp stick in the eye. It's a free standard pack, so we'll take the free playing card, whatever it is. Yeah, we'll just add another glass here. Now, double the rank, or a chance to discover. I'm not throwing. I just really don't see a lot I want to throw away here. We might give up the 4 fingers now. Take the raised fist. We could easily enough re-roll also. And I'd love to buy this Joker, but just because it was undiscovered previously. But well, now we get it back as a hologram. 100 chips if played, but it's a 10 no matter what. Let's sell the raised fist and take the previously undiscovered Joker. I'm not likely to play 3 of a kind very much here, but we'll go ahead and leave it there. This is going to decrease our hand. There's a straight flush, which at 180 at 14, not a bad thing to have. But we got to get to 220. It's a lot of work to be done. But that's a lot of malts too. 4 of a kind here actually doesn't pay that well. I mean, really, I'm actually better off with 3 of a kind. There's a crazy thing about the leveling. So 4 of a kind would pay a base of 900. If I remove a Joker, it pays a base of 13, 14, 15, 16, about 1700. But none of that is better than playing a straight. The 3 of a kind would give another bonus here, though. You know, this might actually be the way to go. The full house, 165 at 14. But I don't get the extra 100 chips. I'm going to play the 3 of a kind. It will get reduced by 1 level. There's our second hand, and there's 90,000. I could go a lot of different ways here. I'm trying to retain these for the malts. I'm trying to retain my black cards here, although I need 1 to make the flush. Probably worth giving up 1 to get the flush. Why is it not loving life here, though? Oh, because I gave up 4 fingers. I forgot. I gave that up. We could play the 2 pair. That's 100. That's only a 600. Or I could go crazy and convert those clubs into diamonds. And suddenly we have our flush, which is going to mult 4 each time. because of our greedy joker. 70,000, and that will get us through ante 9 and move us on to 10. But here's where the escalation in the cost of the blind starts kicking in. Straights can now be made with a gap of 1 if I want to go that way, and that is my best hand. So we're going to give up the wily joker. We're going to take shortcut to help increase our chances of a straight. Because now we're really playing with house money here. I'll buy the tarot card. I'll take another planet. Maybe we can level the straight. And we can. And I'm not even going to look to see what else I could have leveled. I will take that all the way to 10 very happily. We can also reduce our ante and reduce our hand here. But I don't have enough cash to do it with. I'd have to sell something. The magician is only worth 1, so it's not going to get me there. So we're going to have to survive another hand. I need 560. Yeah, and we see the end ahead. It would be a 560,000 boss blind ante for the needle, where I only get to play one hand. Not one kind of hand, one hand. So, yeah, that's going to just about do that. Either way here, I think we're screwed. We'll take the free spectral pack to see if we can uncover something. Add a blue seal, or create a copy of a random joker and discover all of the jokers. Yeah, won't be doing that. We'll add the planet card. We'll add the blue seal here. Plays another tarot. No, it was a spectral, so it doesn't help. We could skip this blind. We're done either way. I think we're screwed here. But it's been a heck of a run. We can now skip here. So go 10, 9, 8, 7, and 6. Get the straight. Here's a start. I should have used the lucky probably. But that's 30 molts, and then that's going to molt, and that's going to be a nice hand, 184,000, which is just barely enough to keep us on pace. We can play full house. We can play 3 of a kind. Full house isn't terrible. Can I skip into the straight here? No. Let's see. 2. The 3 skips. No, we could not skip all the way to the straight, unfortunately. So we will play this off. A flush house, not the worst thing. Does fire a couple of bonus cards, and it fired twice. So a lot of molt, but only 80,000. So now 3 hands to make almost 600. We can get the hollow here. Gets us another straight, though I might rather keep the 6. I'll play the straight that way instead. So there's an extra 10 molt. 22 molts. 143. 2 hands left to get 400 and some odd thousand. Probably not going to get where we want to be. There's another straight. Did the best we could with it. I'll play the lucky on the end if I don't forget. That's 165,000. We would need even more to get there. But we got a bunch of discards. The best is any straight. So we will look for any straight we can find. And we will just discard and more discards here. Try to get the straight and get as close as we can. I am close enough because I do have the skip. So that would give us a straight, but it's not the only straight. I'd love another 10. But I now know I can get rid of all of these. Try to get a 10 a different way. Perhaps. I can get rid of all of this. Again, we know that through the 9 we have the straight, so we can let go of some more. 2 more rounds of discards. There's a full house. There's 3 kings. But obviously 4 of a kind doesn't do anything for us. 3 of a kind's actually good. But the straight is the way to go. So we can let go of 2 of these. Still playing to... I'd love to get another 10 because that would give me another 1.5 molt. I just don't see any realistic path here. We can get rid of those. We can get rid of this. I did get the 10. This may be the place to stop. Take this 10, the queen, the king, the ace, and the 8. That's a straight flush. Where did I mess this up? Ace, king, queen. I'm skipping the jack. Did I throw that away? Allows straights to be made with a gap of 1 rank. So 10, then I skip to the jack. Here's the king. Here's the ace. But it's reading it as a flush because the flush is better than the straight. So does it read the straight? It is not loving this. There we go. There's the straight. I think maybe I had the 5 selected by mistake. But I bet if I swap that, yep, then it becomes a straight flush for 140 times 11 or 300 times 22. I think this is as good as it's going to get. We will stop, though, for a moment. Convert this to a lucky, which would have a chance to add 20 mult, but, you know, I'm rearranging deck chairs on the old Titanic here. We'll go ahead and take that, see how close we get, but I don't think it'll be enough. It's a lot of mults, but it's not enough. We missed by 90,000, but we have a new best hand high score. We have a new high ante. 24 new discoveries. That's quite a bit. Let's go look at all the new discoveries. So there's a win. Unlock some jokers. So now we've unlocked the magic deck, having won with red on any difficulty. We win a run in 18 or fewer rounds. That unlocks a new joker. We sold a total of 20 jokers. That's across the life of playing. So now that unlocks a new joker. We've played a total of 300 face cards. Unlocks a new joker that re-triggers all of them. Discovered 25 blinds. We get the unlimited boss blind reroll voucher unlocked. So let's just look at collection. You can see how many over the course of this, how many new jokers got discovered. All those little red exclamation points. It's a lot. If there is a way to turn off all of those without mousing over them, I have yet to discover it. But it's a lot. There was one there, 2 more there. That's the first time we've seen Mr. Bones on camera. So yeah, 65 of 150 jokers. We unlock 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 new voucher types. We have all but 2 of the tarot cards now discovered. We still have only found 9 of the 12 planet cards. Still only 11 of 18 spectrals, though we got 5 of them today. A lot of new tags. 5 new blinds discovered, including the first time we've seen Cerulean Bell, which is a very common boss blind for the 8th hand. I do not know, and I don't think it publishes how many. Oh, and then finding our first foil joker, I guess. So yeah, a lot done there. A lot of work done there. We'll look quickly at the stats. We have a new best hand. Our high round now 21. Our high ante now 10. Most money 110. I think that may have been made today as well. 58% of the items have now been discovered. Our most played joker is actually the fortune teller now. Most played consumable, the Saturn planet. Most played tarot card, the High Priestess, and you know I love my planet cards. Most played planet card we already talked about. Most played spectral, incantation, more than twice as often. and grabber, permanently gaining 1 yen per round. That's a no-brainer of a voucher when you're in a situation to get it. That seems like a very good place to wrap up the first session in a little while after taking a few days off. I thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.